Are you doing live cast from here? Mm-hmm. Okay, I better be quiet.
You better be quiet. My mic's already on. Dave will have to interview the players. If they take a penalty, they'll be sitting here in the box. Good morning, good morning. We are in Wake Forest, start of the playoffs, waiting for the boys to take the ice here. Refs are already on the ice checking the net, so it should be just a matter of a minute here. We are playing the Triad Storm today. Triad Storm. We have played them this season. We have gone 1-1 with them. Here come the boys out to the ice to start the warm-ups for 3 minutes. Wearing our black jerseys today. We have a little bit of a shift in our lineup today. Rudy is going to be playing center, is what I'm hearing today, and we will rotate 5D. I said if we get one of the boys in the penalty box, we'll have to do a little interview with them. Alright, warm-ups are over. We're going to clean up the pucks and get started here in a minute. Again, we are playing the Triad Storm today. First game of the playoffs here in Wake Forest this morning. Junior Canes are wearing their black jerseys today. Triad will be in white. Triad's coming out to start the game here. Let me see who's coming out. Joel is headed to the net. Starting defense, I have Nolan and Hayden. Forwards, I have Aiden, centering Park and Davis. Ref is checking with the goalies and the scorekeeper. Here we go. 15-minute periods for playoffs here today. Triad passing it through the neutral zone, bounces out to Hayden. Hayden's going to pass it through the neutral zone. Triad pick it up along the boards in front of the scorekeeper. Aiden comes out with it. Aiden loses it to Triad. Triad's going to circle back, head into our zone, heading in towards the net. Triad is going to get a shot. No, who kept them from getting a shot off? Hayden kept them from getting a shot off, I think. Going to the front of the net to protect from another. David rims around the boards behind the net up to the blue line. Going to have a couple of blind spots up along the boards here, standing on the glass. Pops in on Joel again, makes a save. Rebound is sent to the boards. Picked up by Nolan. Nolan pops it out into the neutral zone to Aiden. Knocked away by the Triad. We regain control in the middle. David up to Park. Triad's not letting us get in the zone. Aiden grabs it in the middle, circles back around. Aiden's heading towards the net, passes it across. Can't get it to Park, ends up in the corner. Triad has it in the corner down there. David's fighting for it. David sends it towards the net, rolls in on the goalie who reaches down to cover. His glasses. All right, Sebastian, Rudy, and Ethan are going to come out. Ollie and Will come out for defense. Face off down in the Triad zone to the left of the goalie as we're looking at him. Pops out to the middle, into the corner, kind of in a blind spot down there. Pops up to Will on the blue line, sends it in towards the net. Goalie makes a save, pushes it off to the side, picked up by the Triad up along the boards. They send it up to the blue line to Ollie. Ollie's going to send it in on the net. Someone got to stick to that there, and the Triad pick it up and pass it up out of their zone. Right to Ollie in the middle. Picked up by Ethan, who's going to dump it in over the blue line back into the Triad zone. Triad's going to go back below the red line to get that. Rim it around the boards. And Triad's going to pass it up out of their zone. All the way back down into our zone for icing with 13-13 left here in the first period. So that face-off will come all the way back down into the Triad zone. Same lines. Rudy, Ethan, Sebastian, Will, and Ollie on D. Fighting for it in the circle. Sebastian in the corner sends it behind the net. Triad's going to get that in the corner up along the boards. Up to the blue line, out of the zone. Will has it in the neutral zone, has to come back into our zone, try to get control. Makes a good pass over to Ollie. Ollie chips it off the boards, out of the zone. Triad passes it back across the middle. Re-enters our zone. Don't let him shoot. Nice job, boys. Keep Triad from getting a shot. Trying to get control of it back up along the boards. Up to the point, Triad tries to send it back in. Cole is out now. Cole comes in, picks up that puck, takes it out of our zone to Sebastian in the middle. Sebastian knocked away from the Triad to Andy. Andy's out now, taking it back into our zone. Passes it up to Nick, who's out now. Nick in the middle. Bounces over the Triad, and Logan has come out to join the party as well. Logan in the neutral zone, skating into the Triad zone. Logan's going to shoot. Triad gets a stick to that and send it to the boards to Nolan. Nolan bounces it off the boards deep into the corner to Cole. Cole sends it towards the net, behind the net. Nick's going in the corner after it. Can't see down there. Oh, here come the Triad skating up and out of their zone. Held up by Andy. Andy goes down, looks to be hurt. Get up, baby. Andy's going to get to the bench. Let's see who comes out here. And Hayden comes out. Hayden picks it up in our zone. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone. Hayden sends it in towards the net, wide left. The goalie knocks it to the corner. Triad up along the boards. Bounces out to Nolan, who sends it back deep below the red line. Triad takes it behind their own net. Triad sends it to the boards, trying to get it out of the zone, but held in by Hayden. And Logan in the middle. Logan shoots.
Oh my God.
What happened there? Another shot. That was about 3 shots in on the Triad goalie. And he made every save and drops down to cover the puck. 11-17 left here in the first period. face off in the Triad zone. Let's see, Ollie and Peyton are out on defense. Nick, Aiden, Logan. Oh, it's like a reunion. Nick, Aiden, and Logan. Aiden behind the net. Triad's going to pick it up.
Guys.
The Triad skating up and out of the zone. Deep into our zone, into the corner. Aiden's going to send it to the boards. Logan pressuring, pops out behind the net. Ollie's going to pick it up in the opposite corner, send it up the boards to Nick. Nick is going to skate it up and out. Nick skating through the middle, gives it to David. David is out now. David enters the Triad zone, gets taken down. I don't see any penalties here. Ollie just passed in over the blue line. Ollie was trying to hold it in, but it did come out for an offsides whistle with 10:32 left here in the first. All right, Will coming out on D. Will and Ollie, and David, Park, and Aiden. Face off just outside the Triad zone, taken by Aiden. Picked up by Park. Park enters the Triad zone. Lots of pressure from the Triad, though. They take it away and send it right back out. In the middle here, Will fighting for it up along the boards. Pops into our zone. Triad in the slot. Shot. Gets deflected wide left of Joel and sent to the corner. Ollie. Ollie's skating up along the boards. Passes it up out of our zone to the middle. There we go, boys. Take that out of there. Bouncing around on their feet, pops out to David from Aiden. Triad gets a stick to it, just bouncing around on their feet. Triad sends it to the boards, bounces over the blue line and out. We need to regroup in the middle. Ollie sends it back in over the blue line. Triad sends it. Nope, Ollie gets there on the blue line, holds it in, sends it in towards the net, but Triad get a stick to it. They're going to take it behind their own net, try to send it to the boards, but I believe Park was there. Park behind the net. Loose in the crease. Goalie's going to cover. We're going to get a line change here. Partial. Nolan's coming out on defense. Looks like the rest are going to stay out. So Nolan and Will on defense. Aiden, Park, and David face off in the Triad zone. This time to the right. Williams going to get a pops out to Will. Knocked away by Triad, and they send it out of their zone. Nolan coming back in the neutral zone. Nolan, that was not a great pass. Into the corner, Will. Will's going to take it behind our net. Will sends it to David on the boards. David to Aiden. Aiden takes it out of the zone. Passes it through the neutral zone all the way back down into Triad. The refs are going to call icing. We thought it was touched, but they're going to call icing, so that's going to come all the way back down into our zone. Let's see. Sebastian, Rudy, and Ethan are coming out. Andy's back on the ice. And Nolan's staying out. Face off in our zone, taken by Rudy with 9 minutes left here in the first period. Score still 0-0. Face off is popped to the boards out of the zone into the neutral zone. Triad passing it D to D across the neutral zone, trying to reverse it to the middle. Triad's going to take it into our zone. They're tripping over each other. Send it in on the net. Joel makes a save, pushes it to the side, to the boards, picked up by Ethan, out of the zone. Ethan trying to get control of it, bounces out to Andy in the middle. Andy's going to chip it over the blue line into the Triad zone, but up along the boards. Ethan takes a shot towards the net. Goalie fights that off and knocks it to the corner. Nolan up along the boards. Nolan sends it back in deep. Go get that, Sebastian. Sebastian in the corner. Sebastian fighting for it up along the boards. Pops out to Nolan. Nolan's got it. Triad gets a stick to it, puck pops up into the air, comes down to the Triad, who skated out of their zone, through the neutral zone. They're going to, on the side of the net, shot. Joel knocks it down. It's loose on the side of the net in the crease. Thrown to the boards by Andy. Good job, Andy. Move, ref. It's up along the boards here, up to the blue line. We're going to take that up and out of the zone. Pass it across the neutral zone. Triad get there first, send it back into our zone, picked up by, miscommunication there. Let's go, boys, talk to each other. Andy in the corner. Andy's going to send it behind the net to the opposite side. Ooh, ref. Why do they always stand right in front of you? Still still in our zone, but up along the blue line. Triad pushes it back in deep to the corner to Nolan. Nolan behind our net. Gets it over to Ethan on this side. Ethan has room. He's going to skate it up out of the zone, pass it across the neutral zone, intercepted by Triad, and they take it right back into our zone. They get a shot off. Joel makes a save and covers. 7:10 left here in the first period. Still 0-0. Face off in our zone. Cole, Nick, and Logan. Peyton, Ollie on D. Triad shoots from a weird angle. Joel makes a save. Logan sends it out of the zone. All the way back down into the Triad zone. Cole's going back after it, but they're going to call icing. So that's going to come all the way back down into our zone. Face off taken by Cole. Picked up by Logan. Out of the zone. Oh, Hayden lost his footing there. Triad trying to reverse it. Back into our zone. Triad in the corner. Tried to put it across the middle, but Nick was there, and we send it back out of our zone. That's going all the way back down for another icing. All right, let's see. Here comes David, Aiden, and Park. Aiden and Ollie are going to stay out on defense for the face-off in our zone. 6:32 left here in the first. Aiden wins the face-off to Hayden. Up to the blue line, held in by the Triad. Alright, picked up by Ollie. Ollie sends it up out of the zone. Did they touch that? Mark going back into the Triad zone after it. Nope, excuse me, that's David. David in the corner. Triad skating it up out of their zone. Pressure from Park, pops out to Hayden. Hayden's going to send it back through the neutral zone. Triad send it back again. They're playing catch with it here up along the boards. They send it to the opposite side. Had a lot of players just tripping over nothing today. Triad shot, saved Joel. Picked up by Ollie in the corner. Ollie sends it out of the zone, all the way back down into the Triad zone for another icing here. All right, David, Park, Aiden. Will and Andy coming out on D. Face-off pops out to Triad. They take a quick shot. Was knocked down by Aiden. Another shot. That go up the side of the net. We send it to the corner. David up along the boards. Triad from the point. Trying to get it down deep again. David doesn't let him and knocks it out of the zone. Park going after it in the neutral zone. Triad dump it back in over the blue line. Will sends it right back out. Come on, boys. Triad have it in the neutral zone. Lots of boys here. Aiden takes that away into the Triad zone. Sends it in on the net. Goalie's going to have to make a save on that one. Holds on to it for the whistle. Sebastian, Rudy, and Ethan are coming out for a face-off in the Triad zone. 5:08 left here. Triad are going to send it over the blue line out of their zone. Will coming back here in the neutral zone after it. Will's going to circle around. He's going to pass that through to Sebastian.
Nice pass.
Fighting for it on the blue line. Went over the blue line and back in for offsides. Face off just outside the Triad zone here. Taken by Rudy. Face off one into the Triad zone, but they have control of it and send it out of their zone. They're going to dump it deep into our zone. It's going to go behind the net all the way to the opposite corner where Ethan's going to get it along the boards here, kind of in a blind spot. Triad behind our net. Good pressure from Will. Triad pop it back up into the corner. Ethan comes out with it from the boards. Ethan skating through the neutral zone. Ethan has some space. Oh, the puck just gets away from him in the Triad zone. They're going to bounce it off the wall and back out of the zone. Rudy! Triad through the middle. Pressure from Ollie. No, Rudy, excuse me. Into the corner. They're fighting for it with just over 4 minutes left. Pops out to the middle to the Triad. They're trying to clear the zone. They don't, and dump it back in for offsides. All right, Cole, Logan, Nick coming out. Ollie and Nolan out. For a face-off center ice. Face-off taken by Cole. Knocked in over the blue line into the Triad zone, but they're there up along the boards to send it back out. Oh, that's offsides. Good idea, Nick, but Cole was trying to clear the zone. Wasn't able to in time, so that's going to be offside. So we'll get a face-off just on the other side of the blue line. Loose. In the Triad zone, up along the boards. Nick to Cole. Cole has it. Cole clears Logan in front. Logan shoots. Oh. Nice save, goalie. That was a point-blank shot by Logan. Nice opportunity there. The goalie made an incredible save on Logan. Keeping the game tied at 0. That's a good opportunity there. Cole will take the face-off. Pops out. Oh, it's going to cross the blue line and come out of the zone. Ollie's coming back here in the middle, trying to reverse it. Try and get a stick to it. Ollie again. Trying to bounce it off the boards to Logan. Get there. Logan to Cole on the blue line. Cole gets knocked away from Cole, but to Nick in the middle. Trying to clear the zone. We do. So we're trying to re-enter the zone. Nick passes it across to Ollie. Ollie can't get a whole stick on it, and Triad intercept and take that into our zone. Just over 3 minutes here, deep into the corner. They send it across the middle. No, Joel was able to push that away. Cole skates it up out of the zone. Tries to get it through Logan. Triad knock it away back here into the neutral zone. Back into our zone. Nolan's coming after it. Nolan, you gotta look where you're passing. Triad send it back in deep. Behind our net. Triad in the corner. Pressure from Nolan, take it away from him, Nolan. Triad sends it across the middle. We get a stick to it, pop it to the opposite boards. Cole's going to Cole in the corner here. Pops out to the middle to the Triad. Nolan gets a stick to it. Clears that out from the middle. Triad send it back in deep. Nolan into the corner. Look where you're passing the damn puck. Out of the zone. Just over 2 minutes, Triad dump it back in for offsides. David, Park, and Aiden coming out. Aiden and Will on deep. Face off at center ice. Bouncing around in their feet. Picked up by Park. Park bounces it off the boards, trying to get it to David. Triad intercept and take it back in. You can't hardly even see the blue line over here. Behind our net to the opposite corner, up to the point, out of the zone. Park. Aiden's heading towards the front of the net. Park in the corner. Aiden's out front. Behind the Triad net.
Get in front of that, somebody.
Up along the boards.
Come on, Aiden.
I think David's down there battling in the corner. Sent all the way across up to the point to Aiden. Bounce around on the blue line, out of the zone. Good job, Aiden. Aiden pickpockets a Triad player, tries to reverse it, trying to get it to David. David pops it out to Aiden. Aiden gets it across the park. Oh, Triad get a stick in there and take it away. Triad to the neutral zone. Triad dump it into our zone with just over a minute here in the first. see. Oh, pops out in front. That's dangerous. Get it out of there, boys. Up to the point. Get it out of the zone. Aiden takes it out of the zone, gets it to David. 45 seconds left here. David enters the Triad zone. David trying to put it out front. He does. Big Park got a shot off there, and the goalie's going to save. It's in the corner. Behind the net. Looks like we're sending it back in the corner. Aiden's fighting for it down there. Send it in on the net, blocked by the Triad. Ooh, that guy comes out limping. The Triad take it out of their zone. Skating through the neutral zone with 15 seconds left. Shot goes through the crease in the opposite corner. 10 seconds. Taken away by Aiden. Nice job, Aiden. Aiden in the neutral zone. Aiden in the middle. Pressure from the Triad keeps him from getting a shot as time expires here in the first period. What are they yelling about? Were there some extracurriculars? Alright, so 0-0-0 here after one here in Wake Forest. We have played the Triad Storm before. We have lost to them by 2 goals, and we have beaten them by 1 goal. The game that we beat them, we had to come back from a 4-goal deficit to tie it, and then ended up beating them in that game. The Triad coming back out. And here come your junior mates. Rudy, Sebastian, Ethan. Nolan. Rudy takes the face off. Gets it over to Sebastian. Sebastian's going to give it to Nolan. Nolan's going to send it to the boards. Sebastian regains control of it in the middle. Gives it to Ethan. Over the blue line into the Triad zone. But sent back out again. Triad in the middle. They're skating in on... good job, Andy. Andy gets that puck to the boards. Triad pulled it in on the blue line. Deep into the corner. Nolan goes into the corner after it. Nolan sends it up the boards. Ethan sends it out of the zone. Triad coming back forward in the middle. They're going to get there first. Triad in the middle. Triad sends it across. Out of the zone. Was that it?
They got it.
We're going to get a penalty here. We're going to go up on the power play here. Joel's skating to the bench, but second period, it's a far skate to get to the bench. He doesn't even make it up out of the zone for the extra skater and the delayed penalty. That's okay. We're going to go up here on a power play for minute 30. We see Cole, Hayden, and Logan. Nick. Who's my other D? Ollie. So Ollie and Hayden on defense. Cole, Nick, and Logan. Shot, save goalie. The goalie wasn't sure he had it. It's underneath him. We get a whistle. That only took 4 seconds off our power play here. Do it again, boys. Do it again. Face off, Cole to Nick. Nick to Ollie. Ollie back to Nick. Nick gives it to Ollie again. Try and get a stick to it. Skating through the neutral zone there on a breakaway here. Hayden hustling back to see if he can intercept. Good job, Hayden. Hayden keeps him from getting a shot off. He's fighting to regain control to the side of the net down there. Ollie gets in to help. Behind the net. Gonna send it around the boards. Held in by the Triad. They send it back in deep. Hayden sends it back to the boards. Come on, boys. We're on the power play here. Get control of that puck. Out of the zone here in the middle. Picked up by Cole. 48 seconds left on the power play. Cole sends it in deep into the corner. Logan going after it. Logan to the side of the net, behind the net. Logan trying to get it out front. Into the corner, still fighting for it. Comes up to the blue line, held in by Hayden. Bounces up in the air. Come on, boys, get control of that puck. 29 seconds left on the power play. The Triad send it out. All the way back down into our zone.
Yeah.
Icing. 2 players go down. I've got a ref with his hand up in the air again. Joel's going to come out again. We have another delayed penalty. Let them touch it. We would have a 5-on-3. Into the zone, Nick. Nick can't get a shot off. The first penalty has 3 seconds left to the side of the net. Nick, goalie makes a save, still loose. We get a whistle. If they had let them touch that puck, we could have had a 5-on-3 for just a little while. But okay, easy enough. So we do have another minute 30 on the power play face-off in the Triad zone. Nolan Will out on defense. Logan Park and David. Park to Will. Will sends it in on the net. Bouncing around in front. Picked up by Park. Park circling back around. Knocked away by the Triad. Behind the net. Aiden. Aiden up to the blue line. It's out of the zone. Nolan, wait. Nolan chips it. Damn it, Nolan. Nolan sends it back in offsides. So the faceoff will come to center ice. 1:10 left in our power play here. 12:18 left in the second period. Score still 0-0 here. Faceoff taken by Aiden. Aiden parking David. Pops back to Nolan. Nolan in the neutral zone. Nolan up to David. David enters the zone. David heading towards the net. David gives it to Nolan. Nolan shoots from nice luck. Doesn't get all the way through. Triad send it out of the zone.
Come on, Aiden!
On the blue line, trying to keep them out. 40 seconds left on the power play. It's bouncing around on the blue line. It's in the neutral zone. Pops into our zone to Nolan. Nolan rims around the boards to Will. Off the side of the net. Aiden picks it up behind the net. Out of the zone. It's coming all the way back down into the Triad zone. That's going to be icing. 14 seconds left on our power play here, boys. Face-off coming back into our zone. We're changing lines. Rudy, Sebastian, Ethan. Andy and Ollie out on defense. Bounced around in the circle. Sebastian up and out of our zone. They're up along the boards here, folks. Pops out to the neutral zone to Sebastian.
Go, Sebastian!
Oh, you're way offsides. Guys, he was offsides there. Penalty's going to expire. We're back 5-on-5. Face off just outside the Triad zone. I feel like it's easy to be offsides. You can't even see the blue line. In the neutral zone, fighting for it up along the boards. Into our zone. Pops out to the middle. Andy is there. Andy sends it up out of our zone to Rudy in the middle, up along the boards. Back into our zone, Ollie. Ollie reverses. Bounces it off the boards, trying to get it up out of our zone. He does. Try it in the middle. Bounce it off the boards, and they dump it back in. Ollie's there on the blue line, though. Back out. Triad have it in the middle, looking to reverse it. They send it back in. Good grief, players are just tripping left and right in this game. Andy behind our net. 10 minutes left here in the second period. Andy in the corner sends it up the boards to Ethan. Ethan's going to skate it over the blue line out of the zone. Pops out to Rudy. Rudy loses the puck. And the Triad go down. Along the boards, Sebastian goes down. Came out of the zone. Andy tried to hold it in, but it popped out, and when he popped it back in, it was offset. 9:39 left here in the second period. I feel like it's getting a little sloppy. I feel like their passing is not that great. Face off outside the Triad zone. Pops in over the blue line. Triad send it right back out. Nick's going to take it back in. Oh, Willis trying to clear the zone. Couldn't get out. Offsides. Face off outside. The blue line goes into the zone. Cole going after it. Triad knock it to the boards. Out of the zone. To Will. Will sends it back over here. Triad into our zone. They're going to get a shot. Knocked down by Joel. Cleaned up and sent to the boards by Hayden. Can't get it out of the zone here. Send it in towards the net again. Hayden sends it back into the boards. Triad send it up over the net to the opposite corner. Oh boy. Alright, we send it out of the zone. Triad coming all the way back through. It's not going to make it for icing. Triad have to take it all the way back down behind their goalie. Pressure from Nick. Up out of the zone. We send it back in deep into the Triad zone. Nick going after it. Behind the net to Cole. Cole trying to put it out front. Logan is there. Nick is out front. Triad take it away. Up out of the zone. Hayden and Will back on defense. Triad dump it in deep. Will going after it. Will behind our net. Up to the blue line. Out of the zone. Will.
Oh!
Will takes it in the zone. Dang, Triad knocked it away. Send that to the blue line, out of the zone again. 8 minutes here left in the second period. Still 0-0. Triad in our zone. In the corner. And Logan fighting for it. Picked up by Cole. Whoa. Alright, Triad have a player down in the corner. Not sure what happened in the corner. Then one of the players was kind of doing a little pushy-shovey there to the side of the net. So you got two coaches going out to check on the Triad player, having some words with the refs. Did you see what happened with that player?
Yes, I think Cole was right in the board against the board.
Just a collision there. Triad players get back to the team. Head to the bench. Let's see, our players are going to come off the ice for a change. Nolan and Ollie are coming out on defense. Aiden, David, and Park will be out for this whistle. 7:54 left. Face-off will be in our zone. Taken by Aiden. He's in on Joel. Joel gets a little bit of a stick to it, and we send it to the boards. Blind spot down there. Right, we send it up out of our zone. David passes it across the Park. Park chips it in over the blue line, deep into the Triad zone with 7.5 left here in the first. Nolan in the corner fighting for it. Nolan up along the boards. Nolan gives it to Ollie on the blue line. Ollie sends it back on the boards. Ollie sends it deep into the corner. Behind the net, Park. Triad takes it away, skates it up out of the zone. To the neutral zone. Nolan and Ollie on defense. Looks like that went off the side of the net, bounces up in the air. Joel catches it with his glove and holds on to it. We'll have a face off in our zone, taken by Aiden. Ollie in the corner. Behind our net, Aiden. Aiden sends it back to the corner. Park trying to get there. Where is it? Behind our net. Send it back to the boards. Park. We're going to get a penalty here. Alright. Teams are going to take a penalty here, so we're going to be short-handed. Ollie's coming to the box here. We're going to be short-handed. 6.5 left here in the second period. Andy and Will on defense. Ethan. Our face-off in our zone. Out of the zone. Triad are going to regroup in the middle. Some pressure from Rudy. They send it up to the blue line, back into our zone. Knocked out by Will. On the blue line again, back into our zone. Into the corner. Behind our net. Andy. Andy's got it. Hold on to it, Andy. Andy sends it to the boards. Is that out of the zone? That's out of the zone here. Rudy's got it. In the neutral zone, Triad get it back. Pops out to Andy. It's way offsides. Rudy was way deep down there. So that's going to be offsides. 57 seconds left on the kill here. Face-off will come out here to the neutral zone. Oh, he's going to take it to center ice. Rudy takes the face-off. Triad are going to re-enter our zone. Shot. No, they don't get a shot off. Will grabs it. Waste some time, Will. Waste some time. Will chips it up over the blue line, out of our zone, back into the Triad zone, all the way back down for icing. 38 seconds left on the kill. Face off back down in our zone. Up along the boards. Triad. Looking to put it on net. They're in the slot. Shot goes up over the goal. Off the side of the net.
Come on, guys.
To Rudy. Rudy in the middle. Rudy's going to take it out of our zone. Trips. And the Triad are going to send it back in. Up along the boards, I believe, Andy. Andy down into the corner. I got it. 9 seconds on the kill here. Still in our zone. 3 seconds. Ollie's going to come out of the box. Ollie's going to head back to the bench. And Sebastian's going to come on. Puck is still in our zone. Put it up! Ethan takes it. Pass it up! He's there! Ethan to Rudy over the blue line into the Triad zone. Rudy gives it to Ethan. Ethan sends it over to Sebastian. Sebastian's going to shoot through the crease to the opposite corner with just over 4.5 left here in the second period. Behind the net. Triad sends it to the boards, bounces out of our zone. Will in the middle. Will's going to bounce it off the boards. Over the blue line, back into the zone. Logan in the middle. Sebastian takes it out. Sebastian goes down. We're going to get a penalty again. Joel's going to make his way to the bench for delayed penalty, but it's touched for the whistle. So we're going to go back on a power play here. See if we can do something with this one. Cole, Logan, and Nick. Nolan and Hayden on D. They got too many players out there, so Triad sending one back to the bench for a minute 30 power play. Face off in the Triad zone. Goes into the corner. Nick going into the corner after it. Nolan on the boards. Nolan's going to give it back to Nick in the corner, I think. Nick puts it out across the middle. Doesn't look like anybody's there. Logan holds it in. Up along the boards. Comes out of the zone. Triad in the neutral zone. Enter our zone. Bouncing around in the circle there. Triad send it deep into the corner to Nick. Oh, that's dangerous. Nick skates it up out of our zone. Where is everybody? Go with him. Nick held up on the blue line, sends it across to Hayden. Hayden's going to take it in. Hayden dumps it deep in the corner. What are we doing? We're on the power play. 40 seconds left. Logan to the side of the net, trying to chip it out front. Oh, in on the goalie. Goalie covers. I don't even think we put that in on the goalie, though. I think that was a bounce off one of their players. So I don't even think we gave a shot on that. 30 seconds left on the power play. We'll have a face-off in the Triad zone. Ollie and Will. Cole, Logan, Nick. Bouncing around in their feet. Nick has it. Logan, shoot! Save goalie. Rebound is loose. He put in the rebound! Score on the power play is Logan, giving us a 1-goal lead. All right, that power play goal gives us a 1-goal lead with 3 minutes left here in the second period. David Park, Ollie and Will on defense. Face off to the boards. David has him. David and Park heading in towards the net. David takes a shot, wide left to the goalie. 2 players go down, they're getting back up along the boards. Park sends it back through across the middle, goes all the way through to the opposite side. Hopefully this gives them a little spark. It's out of the zone, boys. Clear, clear, clear. We're trying to clear the zone. Deflects back into the zone offsides. Face off with Lisa and Rice. Ollie sends it into the Triad zone. Park going after it into the corner. That'll be icing. Boys are going to head all the way back out into our zone for a face-off. Face-off taken by Aiden. Back to the corner to Will. Will up the boards to Park. Fighting for it on the boards. Park gets it out of the zone. Park and David heading into the Triad zone. Park's got it. Park sends it across the middle. David can't get a stick on it. And the Triad are going to send that back out. Will going after it. Got a man on. Will circling back around. Will going to send it to the boards. Will in the corner, I think. Out of the zone. Here in the middle. Ollie's got it right here. Ollie sends it deep into the Triad zone. 1:40 left here in the second period. Andy's coming out. Nolan's coming out. In the Triad zone. Andy in the middle. Andy's going to send it deep. Oh, Aiden tried to put it out front there. Aiden fighting for it in the corner. Pressure from assist from Park in there. Park fighting for it in the corner now. Comes out to Aiden. Aiden behind the net. Aiden trying to put it out front. It's loose on the side of the net. It's loose in the middle. Park get there. Park circles back around. Shoots! Loose on the side. Aiden trying to put it out front. Aiden behind the net. Oh boys, some nice opportunity there. Triad's going to take it up out of the net. Aiden and Park are coming off. Rudy and Ethan are coming on. We get a whistle, I believe, for offside. 52 seconds left here in the second period. Canes are up by 1 goal, score 1-0. Face off outside of our zone. Rudy, Sebastian, Ethan. In the neutral zone. Sebastian and Rudy. Rudy takes it in. Knocked away by the Triad, who circle back around, take it out of the zone to the neutral zone. Nolan back on defense. Keep him wide, Nolan. Nolan into the corner, Triad. Shot, and they score. Take it off the boards, and they're able to put it in to tie up the game 1-1. All right, 32 seconds left here in the second period. Triad has tied it up. Triad dump it into our zone. Behind the net, Andy fighting for it on the boards. Triad behind the net, trying to wrap it around. No one's there on the side of the net. Get that out of there. Andy sends it to the boards, to the corner. Ethan. Oh, that was a bad penalty there. Triad just took a penalty there. 5 seconds left here. That was a bad penalty. 3 seconds left here in the second period. And one of the Triad players is going to go to the box. Looks like he called that a rough. So we'll go up on the power play here for the last 3 seconds, and then we will start the third period on the power play. Rudy's going to take the face off in the Triad zone, see if we can do anything with 3 seconds. Time's going to expire in the second period. So the boys will come to the bench for another minute here, and then we'll start the third period on a power play. Third period for our power play. Nick, Logan, Hope, Molly, and Hayden on defense. Cole takes the face off. Triad win it back. Ollie's Nick in the middle. Nick's going to take it in. Logan going to the front of the net. Nick sends it in towards the net. Through the crease all the way to the opposite side. Held in by Hayden. But the Triad are going to take it back out. Triad through the neutral zone. Pressure from Nick. They enter our zone. Ollie up along the boards. Ollie's going to send it back out. back into the Triad zone. That's going to go in on the goalie who's going to play it. To Logan in the circle, knocked away from Logan to Cole, up to the blue line, out of the zone. Hayden trying to regroup in the middle. We can't clear the zone. Hayden throws it back in for offsides. 38 seconds left on the power play here. 14-11 left in the game. All tied up 1-1.
Cool that the intentional offside always goes center instead of all the way back.
You know, I don't know.
We've done it like 5 times, so it's really good that it's only center, but I noticed that.
It feels weird. It feels different this game. I don't know if it has something to do with the playoffs. In our zone, shot in on Joel. Off to the side, Hayden in the corner. Out of the zone, 25 seconds left on our power play. Triad, dump it back deep into our zone. Hayden sends it over here to Logan, I believe. Logan knocked away from Logan, but Hayden's able to pick it up. Out of the zone, 7 seconds left on our power play. It's in the Triad zone, but they send it right back out. Looks like we're changing players as Triad sends it back in deep. Here comes Nolan. Nolan into the corner in our zone. Back 5-on-5 here. Our power play expires. Nick in the neutral zone. Enter the Triad zone up along the boards. Triad sends it up to the blue line, held in by Nolan. Nolan sends it deep to the opposite corner. Aiden going after it. Puck is behind the net to Nick. Nick into the corner. Nick reverses. Nick trying to put it. Nick sends it behind the net to. Shoot, I can't see down there. Behind the net to David. David in the corner. Aiden's out front, trying to get it to him. Goes through the crease to the opposite side. Here in the corner fighting for it. Pops out to the blue line. Out of the zone, back in for offsides. Face off outside the Triad zone. Aiden Park and David. Will and Nolan on the face off back here to Will. Will, that's too hard of a pass. Bounces off Nolan's skate, deflects into the corner. Nolan sends it to Will behind the net. Get back on your feet. Will sends it up out of the zone, trying to get it to David. Park and David. David puts it across the front goal. He makes a save. Nolan sends it back deep into the corner. Triad take it behind their own net. Pressure from Park. Park takes it away. Park behind the net. Park trying to put it out front. Park circles around. Can't get it on net. Into the corner. Where is it? Aiden. Good grief. Try to put it out front. It's loose in the crease. Goalie lays down to cover. Oh, the puck's still popped out, so I think we got a quick whistle there. I think the ref thought the goalie was on top of it. So we'll get a face-off in the Triad zone. 11:54 left here in the third period. Same lines. Park Aiden David. Will Nolan. David in the circle. Up to the blue line to Nolan. Nolan tries to send it in on net. Oh, goes all the way through to the side of the net. Park behind the net. Park trying to get it out front again. He's fighting for it. It's on the side of the net. So they got a whole bunch of people in there fighting for it. Pops out to the side, to the Triad. In the middle. Triad take it out. They're going to enter our zone. In on Joel. Joel gets a stick to it. Loose on the side. Sent to the boards by Will. Will to David on the box. David and Park have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. David sent. Oh, pass intercepted by the Triad. Triad reverse it. Triad take it back into our zone. Nolan and Will on defense. They pass it across. Aiden gets a stick to it. Oh, shot. Triad had a guy there out front all alone, and Triad is able to put that in to take the lead in the game here with 10:59 left in the third. face-off center ice. Sebastian, Rudy, Ethan, Andy, and Ollie. Face-off comes back to Andy. Andy trying to get up to Ethan up along the boards here. Pops back out into our zone, all the way back down deep into the corner. I believe that's Ollie going into the corner down there. Up, out. Triad's going to try to regroup in the middle. Pops back into the zone. Andy trying to get it back out. Ollie gets a stick to it. Andy can't even see the damn blue line. I think that came out.
Nice pass, Ethan!
Ethan to Rudy. Triad knocks that away. Ollie in the middle. Ollie trying to get it into the zone. Triad's there, though, to prevent that, and they're going to enter our zone. We send it back out. Triad sends it back in offsides. Triad player tried to jump up over the blue line, but didn't make it. .17 left here in the game. Triad are now up by 1 goal. Into the zone, off the face-off, but Andy's right there to take it back out. Bounces off the boards, trying to get it to Ethan. They're fighting for it up along the boards. It is in the Triad zone, goes all the way through to the opposite side. Sebastian in the corner after it. Sebastian puts it in towards net. Ethan's there. Yeah! Nice! Take advantage of it. Nice pass to Ethan. Force back Sebastian getting into the middle, and Ethan was there. Gets a stick to it. Ties up the game 2-2. That's what happens when you put a boy in front of the net. Let's go, Kate! Nick, Logan, Cole, Ollie, Andy on deep. Into our zone. Triad.
guys. Ah!
So we send it away from the middle. Nick picks it up, skates it out of the zone. Skates through the neutral zone. Cole's going to the front. Sends it in on the goalie. Goalie makes a save. Deflects into the corner. I think Cole's down there fighting for it. No, Cole comes out to the middle. Who's down there? Logan sends it in across the middle, all the way through to the opposite side. Nick's going to try to put it in on the net. Can't get a whole stick to it.
Come on, Logan.
And it ends up in the opposite corner. Logan fighting for it down there. Bounces off the side of the net. Try and pick it up and take it behind the net. Skating it up and out of the zone. Through the neutral zone with some speed. Good job, Andy. Keep him in the corner. Circle it behind our net. Shoot. Save Joel. Loose. Joel made the initial save. And then they were able to pop in. The puck was still loose. They were able to pop it in up over Joel to take the lead back again. Score is 2 Canes, 3 Triad. We have a small delay for possible injury. Joel's down in the net. Ref is talking to him. his feet. And we're going to line up for the face-off here. In the neutral zone. Triad dump it deep into our zone. Will going after it into the corner. Triad try to put it out front. Bounces over to David. David passes it up to Park. Park heading in on the net. Park shoots. Makes a nice save. Flag. Park gets it again. Tries to put it back out front. Up to the blue line to Hayden. Hayden sends it up into the air. Bounces down into the corner. Triad have it. Triad up and out of the zone. Will's right there in the middle though. Man on Will. Will passes it over to Aiden. Aiden looks to re-enter the zone. He does. Park going to the front. Aiden trying to put it in on the goalie. The goalie got a piece of that. Oh, it's out front again. That was like slow motion. Park sends it across the crease. All the way through to the boards. David up along the boards fighting for it. David takes a shot. Goalie grabs that. Holds on to it. 7:51 left here in the third. Sebastian, Rudy, and Ethan are coming out. Face off in the Triad zone. Bounce it off the boards, trying to keep it in. We're going deep into the corner. We're going to pressure that guy into the opposite corner. Triad have it. They're going to take it back behind their net. Up and out of the zone. Into the neutral zone to Hayden. Hayden sends back in deep to the corner. Ethan going down after it. Pops out to the middle to Rudy. Rudy trying to get a stick on it. Where is the puck? Triad comes out with it. Up to the blue line, out of the zone. Triad here in the middle. Triad in the neutral zone. 7:10 left here in the third. Hayden's going to send it up to the blue line, out of the zone. Triad here, grab it in the middle. Triad send it across. And they dump it back in deep on the goalie. In on Joel, who's going to cover it for the whistle. Cole, Logan, and Nick are coming out. Nolan and Ollie coming out. For a face-off in our zone. 6:52 left here in the game. Face-off goes into the middle. Triad's going to get a shot off. Cleaned up in the middle by Nick. Nick sends it out of the zone, trying to get it to Logan. Goes by Logan. Back into the Triad zone, but they're right there to take it back out again. Nice, Logan. Up home. Triad knock it to the corner. Cole fighting for it on the side of the net. Cole takes a shot, knocked off the goalie. I'm not even sure if you saw that one. Still loose to the side of the net, picked up by Nick. Nick to Cole in the middle. Cole shoots. Blocked. Goalie makes a save on a deflection from a blocked shot. Nolan on the blue line. Nolan sends it across to Logan. Shoot, Logan! Shot by Logan is saved by the goalie into the corner. Out to the middle again. Pops out to Nolan in the circle. Nolan shoots to the left of the goal. Logan trying to put it back out front again. Triad have it in the circle, it looks like. Taken away by Cole. Nick's out front. Logan behind the net. Triad up to the point. Bounces off Nolan, sticking out. Nice job, Ollie. Ollie breaks up that play, stops the Triad momentum. Cole has it in the middle. Cole on the boards. Nick out front, Logan out front. Passes across the middle. Logan's right there. Logan shoots. Dang, just went off the side of the net. Really nice opportunity there on a great pass from Cole. Up along the boards. Held in, sent in towards the net. Bounce around in the circle and Triad's feet. Where is it? Up to the blue line to Nolan. Nolan sends it back in deep. David's coming out. Cole up along the boards. Triad try to send it out. Gets over the blue line, this time out of the zone, and they dump it back in deep. Going to be icing with just over 5 minutes left here in the third period. Will and Andy are coming out on defense. Triad zone. Bounce around in the circle. Triad come out with it. They're skating it up out of their zone. They're in the neutral zone.
Stop it.
Behind the nets. They're trying to put it out front. Out of the zone. Triad going back after it. Going after it. Back into the Triad zone. They reverse and send it back out though. Aiden here to pick it up in the middle. Triad re-enter our zone. Send it in to the left of Joel. It's behind the net. Andy's going to grab it. Andy behind the net. Sends it to the corner for Will, I believe. Triad come out with it. Oh, don't let them shoot. Behind our net. Trying to put it out front. Aiden takes it away. Aiden fighting for it deep. Triad still trying to put it out front. Up along the boards is Park. Park sends it out of the zone all the way back to the Triad zone. David going after it, but that's going to be icing. Alright, Sebastian, Rudy. Oh, somebody called a timeout. Looks like our bench has called a timeout. So with just over 4 minutes left in the third period here, coach has called the boys over to the bench.
It's the ref's call. We have to go one time because of ice run out, right? Because we're getting close on 12:15.
Alright, timeout is over. Boys are back on the ice for a face-off in our zone. Ooh, try it in the middle. Send it in on the net. Joel gets a stick to it, pushes it off to the side a little bit there. Into the corner. Bill, get it out of the middle. In on the goal. And the Triad score. We couldn't clear it out from the middle. Triad took advantage, put it in on the net, making the score for Triad. 2 games. Alright, Ethan, Sebastian, and Rudy are going to stay out. Ollie and Hayden. How are you doing that thing? Looks like we're going to change goalies. Looks like Bryant's going to come out. Rudy's going to take the face off center ice. We need 2. Bouncing around in their feet in the neutral zone. Who's got it? Sebastian's got it. Sebastian takes a shot high from the blue line. Goalie makes a save. Triad send it to the corner. Pops out to the middle. Get a stick to it. Up to the blue line. Ollie holds it in. Ollie sends it deep into the corner. Rudy going behind the net after it. Rudy bounces out. Triad's going to take it out. Triad have a breakaway going in on Bryant. Triad shoots. Nice save, Bryant. Ollie's there to clean up the rebound. Send it up to the blue line, not out. Triad's going to send it back in towards the net. Ollie makes a block into the corner. Hayden fighting for it. Hayden in the corner. Behind the net. Pops out to Ethan on the blue line. Ethan sends it out of the zone. Triad are going to have to regroup in the middle here. They jump. Nope. Sebastian circles back around and hits a Triad zone.
Oh my god.
Nolan comes out. Cole comes out. In our zone. Send it in on the net. Bryant makes a save. Covers. by 2. Face off in our zone, taken by Cole. Pops out to the middle. Triad gets a shot off. Wide right of the goal. Off the side of the net. Into the opposite corner, Logan. Up along the boards. Logan, I think that popped out of the, off the ice onto the bench. So we'll get a face off deep in our zone. That came off the ice inside the blue line. So Cole takes a face off. Through the middle, shot, knocked down by Bryant, loose, behind the net, Will, into the corner, Logan, Will's down there in the corner, I think, out of the zone. Triad in the middle, pressure from Cole, bouncing around on their feet here. Triad take it back in. Pressure from Nick. Triad shot, knocked down by Bryant, loose, Bryant drops down to cover it. 1:42 left here in the game. Face off in our zone. Taken by Aiden. David and Parker out. To the boards. Bouncing around on their feet. Triad, high slot. Triad shoots. Wide left to the net. Move, ref, move. Into the corner. Triad come out with it. Try to put it in front again. We take it back to the corner. Move, ref. Up to the blue line, out of the zone. Park enters the zone. David trying to go to the front, trying to get control of it up along the boards. Park has it. Park shoots. And we score! I thought the goal caught that with his glove, but Park was able to put it in. We are within 1 with just over a minute left here in the third. Face off center ice. David has it. David's getting into the Triad zone. Kirk going to the front. David sends it behind the net. On the side of the net, it's out front. Behind the net, Park has it. Players down all over the place. Park behind the net still. To the boards. Triad sends it up to the blue line. Out of the zone. Our guys are in the middle. We have an empty net. We pulled the goalie for an extra player with 35 seconds left. Deep into the corner. We get a whistle. For offside. So face-off will come outside of the Triad zone. So we have pulled the goalie for an extra skater. 32 seconds left. We need a goal to tie it up. Face-off comes back into our zone. Ollie's coming after an empty net. Triad have it. Triad trying to put it in an empty net here. Andy's there acting as goalie. Triad are able to put that in with 20 seconds left to go back up by 2 goals. So Bryant will head back to the net for the last 20 seconds here. The players will line up for a face-off center ice. Cole takes the face-off. Bounce around in their feet. On the red line, picked up by Park. Park heading in on the net. Park is going to shoot and scores! 8.5 seconds left. We're back within 1 again. Can we pull it off here? He did that one in 12 seconds. seconds. So let's see what he can do with 8.5. Cole takes the face off again, center ice. 4 seconds. Ollie takes the lead with this one. Ollie shoots. The Triad gets a stick to it and bounces up in the air. So the Triad hold on in the last few seconds to win this one. Final score 4 Junior Canes, 5 Triad. Not sure what this means for our second game this afternoon. But we will keep you posted on game time. Do you know what time we play this afternoon then? So the choices of the games tonight are like 6 and 8:45. So 6 would be the earliest that we'll play. 6 o'clock? Okay, I'm getting comments that our game will be 6 o'clock tonight. So you have the link for the second game there as well. So we will see you for the 6 o'clock game.